Joining me now with more on what the Biden Justice Department is doing to protect and enforce our voting rights is Kristen Clarke, Assistant U.S. Attorney General for Civil Rights. Thank you, Ms. Clarke, for being with us. Great to have you on the show this weekend. We just crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge along with hundreds of others, including Attorney General Merrick Garland himself was here, and of course, Vice President Harris. What did you take away from the crossing and from her words? You have been working on hate crimes and civil rights cases probably more diligently than any I can remember that had your position. What were you thinking marching across that bridge and listening to the Vice President's words?
Yeah. This administration is deeply committed to ensuring that every eligible American can have voice in our democracy. And today is a reminder about the work that must be done, the work that happened in the past, the sacrifices made by those foot soldiers who crossed the bridge. But the reality is that we still face voter suppression and ongoing voting discrimination today. And so it was a pleasure to be here with Attorney General Garland to underscore our commitment to making sure that we use our federal voting rights laws to ensure that people are able to participate and have voice in our democracy. Now,
a new Brennan Center report finds the voter turnout gap between white and black Americans has grown, especially in counties with histories of racial discrimination that were subject to federal oversight before the Voting Rights Act was gutted by the Supreme Court in 2013. Is there anything as far as enforcement the Justice Department can do to close these gaps before November?
The disparities revealed in this study are deeply troubling. This is the backsliding that we are seeing in the wake of the Supreme Court Shelby County decision. It is a reminder about the need for Congress to restore the Voting Rights Act in the wake of that Shelby County decision. As more Black people and people of color participate, sadly, we are seeing jurisdictions put in place restrictive laws that make it harder to register to vote, harder to vote. We're seeing discriminatory redistricting maps, and it's why we are filing lawsuits across the country. We are stepping in and filing in cases brought by private parties to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to push back against the discrimination and to ensure that we have a vibrant democracy where everyone can participate.
Now, the Justice Department just put out a report finding pervasive gang violence, sexual assault, and restrictive housing practices at 3 Mississippi prisons are in violation of inmates' constitutional rights. This report follows a 2022 DOJ investigation of another state prison that found conditions to be unconstitutional. What's at the core of the problem in Mississippi?
Yeah. People do not surrender their civil and constitutional rights at the jailhouse door. And sadly, we see unconstitutional and inhumane conditions in too many of our jails and prisons. It's why we issued that findings report last week with respect to Mississippi state prisons and Parchman prior to that. We are using federal law to address this crisis across our country, particularly in the Deep South, in places like Mississippi, Louisiana, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, where officials are maintaining conditions that violate and run afoul of the Constitution.
Now, I'll be in Memphis this Tuesday with Attorney Ben Crump to speak as head of National Action Network at the funeral of Ramon McGee, who died in sheriff's custody in January, an autopsy later revealing that he had suffered from severe neglect and insect infestations after being held in Shelby County Jail. The county sheriff's office has initiated internal investigations, but Attorney Crump is calling for a federal probe into Shelby County Jail. What are your thoughts about issues like this coming up, like we're dealing with in Shelby County?
Yeah, these issues are one of our highest priorities at the Justice Department, ensuring law enforcement accountability, standing up to the conditions that we see inside our jails and prisons, investigating police departments when we see systemic abuses of the law. This work is our highest priority. It is why, for example, we are fighting for justice for Tyree Nichols and Breonna Taylor, and why we fought for justice for George Floyd. Right. It's why we are investigating police departments in places
and I might say on George Floyd, y'all came in despite the state case.
That's right.
Was won. You still came in with federal charges.
That's right. That's right. Because the Justice Department is sending a loud message that we must have constitutional policing in our country. We must have law enforcement accountability. And when people violate the oath and violate people's civil and constitutional rights, we will step in to hold them accountable.
Now, finally, Your Honor, we've had the EPA administration, administrator, I should say, on the show several times, talking about environmental risks disproportionately affecting black communities. And I understand the Justice Department just secured the first ever environmental justice settlement under our civil rights laws here in Alabama, where the state's public health department was found to be negligent in one of its heavily populated black counties. What more can you tell us about the settlement and how it fits into the DOJ's environmental justice mission?
Yeah. This Justice Department is deeply committed to racial justice and racial equity, and ensuring that we have environmental justice for vulnerable communities is a part of that work. And just a few miles from here in Lowndes County, Alabama, we indeed secured a historic, first of its kind environmental justice settlement to deal with the lack of access to adequate wastewater removal systems, which has exposed families and children to raw sewage. So we're working to put in place a remedy and provide relief. So whether you're talking about lead-laced water or illegal dumping or exposure to raw sewage and the health consequences that flow from that, we are doing everything that we can to stand up and ensure that we have environmental justice for vulnerable communities like Lowndes County all across our country.
Kristen Clarke, Assistant U.S. Attorney, thanks for joining us